Hey everybody, this is Shinjin. I'm excited about the GGPO announcement for +R, so I decided to throw together a video about +R Baiken. Some for combos, converts, and enders. Just a quick and dirty sort of thing. I hope you all don't mind that. Before I start, I thought I'd say a couple of things about +R. The design team sought to expand the number of options available to each character. So what this means is that they basically tried to make the weaker characters in Accent Core stronger, whereas the stronger characters in Accent Core were to be made different. And I think this design philosophy resulted in a game that has even more options available for each character than previous versions of the XX series. So there's a ridiculous amount of freedom in +R, and this is one of its defining features. Not least are there many combo routes possible in the game. And the idea of this video is to show many of the different options available for Baiken. Where it is possible, I will make clear what options I find to be better than others, but as you will see, I don't think it's that clear-cut, really. There's a Guilty Bits video for the basics about Baiken, so I think this video is not for you if you're a total newcomer. But if you're familiar with combo systems broadly, this should be fine, really. Some things to mention before I start. The Untechable timing in this game largely depends on two factors, time and hits. So the longer the combo, the more forced Untechable timing, and the more hits, the same goes for the Untechable timing. But the second one is not really totally figured out as far as I understand, but those two are the main ones. Gravity also is affected by the number of hits, and pushback as well. So those four are the main components of the combo system. Combo length in terms of time, combo length in terms of hits, affecting Untechable timing, and hits also affecting gravity and pushback. I think in this game it's also even more important than in Xrd to think about the burst meter. It's also affected by a couple of different things. Time, you gain burst meter per time unit, and this is affected by your health. And there's also a formula in terms of combo damage. So basically the opponent gains burst meter depending on the damage of your move and the length of your combo. That is in terms of hits, right? So I'll mention that later on when it makes sense. Right. So, without further ado, I think I'll do like this and say that we are now moving to key properties of some of Baiken's moves in this game. So let's do like this. I recorded a couple of clips yesterday, just real quick. One thing that we need to start talking about is Untechable timing. More specifically, forced Untechable timing, because that is a system that Baiken relies on quite a lot in this game. So I'll be talking about Jump K, Jump H, 6P, 2H, in that order. So in this first clip, we'll see Jump K mainly. So Baiken here does the Jump K, and I just let it rock. And you could see, hopefully, that it was kind of a delay between the hit and when Ino got the tech. Now compare this to now when I'm just going to be doing P. I think now? Maybe now? Yeah, so much quicker. Much quicker. So that's one part. This, in combination with her jump heavy, also having forced Untechable time, is a thing to think about. So there's a lot of time there to squeeze a jump heavy in. And as you can see, the jump heavy is also sort of delayed in terms of tech. Much quicker than the jump S. Or slower, rather. So those are two main things to mention from the start. 25 frames of Untechable timing from jump K, and 20 frames on jump heavy, on air hits for both of them, obviously. So that's pretty good. Need to keep that in mind when we move forward. Let's see. I think there we go. So what this means, sort of, is that we can do a lot of interesting things. Here we're just going to be doing the basic route that you probably have seen in videos. K into jump heavy into Tatami. So, really common thing indeed. Let's switch to the song. Again, I'm doing this quick and dirty. So, that's a thing that you probably will see a lot in Baiken match videos. No real big need to... Oh yeah, one thing more. When we look at this, doing jump K into this route, there's actually quite a lot of room to delay both the jump heavy and well, mainly the jump heavy, to be honest. Yeah, that thing. This doesn't work in Mixer, but it works on normal hit in this game. So there's a lot of room to delay. We'll mention that as we move forward. Next, 6P also has forced Untechable timing. Let's see the amount of frames. 20 for the second hit. So you can do quite a lot of different things from 6P. You can combo into Kabari, like this. And you can combo into Zakuro, which was kind of the... which pretty much is the basic combo ender in this game. So it is... counter with follow-up P, this one, right? This is sort of the basic knockdown tool in this game. 6P into that one. 6P into that one, so you'll see that a lot as well. You can even go for Sakura like that. Only sort of useful mid-screen versus some characters. Also, 2H. Force Untechable timing here as well. So you can do things like that for the crossover, right? Pick trap or things like that. Even can chain into this. So forced Untechable timing gives you a lot of options, pretty much. So you need to be aware of this when you grind it out with her. Let's have a quick look at some basic combos that utilize these parts. 6P into Zakuro. K heavy Tatami, 6K 2H, 6P into Zakuro. So that's pretty much one of the more standard routes. So Yoshijin, Zakuro, basic mid-screen. And launch, up into the juggle, switch to the screen positioning, and knockdown. Similarly on lights, although it's a bit more difficult. So on some light characters you can only do one hit with the P, which makes the input way more severe. So basically you have to input the Susaran Zakuro during the second hit of 6P. So that's kind of tricky. Anyways, here I'm just gonna do 2H instead, no 6K at all. So let's have a look again. Knockdown. Like that, huh? Should be pretty clear. Microdash. 2H. Sometimes I guess when you fail the microdash, do this properly. When you fail this microdash, you rarely get on the right side here to make this actually hit this direction. So microdashing is also very important. After Tatami, you need to learn it. Not super easy, but hey, it is what it is. You can always just tweet me questions or whatever if I'm being a bit too sloppy here, but it should be fine. Right, so with some of the key properties all laid out, I think we can move to carry. Different carry options that get you to the corner, pretty much. Right, so let's start with this one. Boom. So this is Tatami FRC convert options. So let's have a look at that one again. Tatami FRC into immediate Kire Tatami. And then here we can go a couple of different routes, just dash 2D, 5H Tatami, or like I do here, 6H Tatami. And most commonly you just go from here to the standard forward jump jump K or 2D jump K, blah blah blah, 6P Zakuro. But here, this is actually what I think is the preferred route. Forward jump, jump K, up jump, jump H, Tatami, get this screen positioning, knockdown, in the corner. So that's what I think is a good one. But key here is really the carry. We'll get to enders later. Tatami, FRC, Kire Tatami. Now that's a lot of corner carry possibilities. Let's have a look at something else. I'm not quite sure if I remember. Oh yeah, just a different route for when 6K works. So you can do things like that. Just imagine that you're hunting somebody down, you're trying to bait a throw with 6K. Boom. So you see all of the different combo parts that we talked about in the beginning. Right, let's have a look at lights. So again, the same convert. This is actually sort of difficult to get the spacing and the positioning and the microdashes right. But Kire Tatami, here you can do dash 2K, 2D I mean, forward jump, jump K, forward jump, jump H Tatami, 6P Zakuro, probably the most common thing. Here is a more difficult route. You see how tight that 6K is. But that's what I again think is preferable. Not too much more to say. Now, this is another one, a very fun one, not at all available in Xrd. It's jump D. Look at that, I love this one. Boom. And then again, my preferred route. So this is 2K 5/8. Oh, you confirm the 2K hit to hit confirm into, well, sorry. You do 2K 5/8, you confirm the testament is standing and you confirm that you have a hit. And then all of a sudden, boom, empty FRC, dash, knockdown. And if the opponent is crouching here, 2K5S, then you can just do Tatami FRC into the same route that I showed you in the previous videos. Because close slash and far slash and 2 slash combo into Tatami on crouching hit. So there you go. This is your standing hit confirm on a lot of characters in the game. Doesn't work on everybody, unfortunately. Even though it seems that it would work on them. Hashtag jam Cradberry. But it works on Eno, for example. Boom. Again, these are the more kind of difficult, greedy, not greedy, but the more damaging routes that are sort of difficult to do. You probably will just start out doing dash 2D or jump K, jump H, blah blah. But this is good. You can also do this from like this convert, not available in Xrd. Ah, oh, look at that. Mighty Snipe. Look at this distance here. Look at this distance. Boom. Boom. So again, all the different routes that we talked about in the beginning. Snipe. 6K, 2H, into the corner. Boom. Knockdown. Light. And see, this is probably where you will be ending up most of the time. Because it's sort of difficult to get all these nice routes that I've been showing you before. So what often happens is that you get this knockdown. Boom. Into the mid-screen. I might be doing a video on Oki later, but I won't be talking about Oki today in this video. Right, so anyways, next one. This is another one that I think is necessary, but it's difficult too. It's mainly used to adjust height. This is going to be jump K into Tatami FRC. Boom. So you get your anti-air 6p, and then look at this height. This is very useful height for Baiken in this game from that specific screen positioning. So I mean here you can do jump D from 6p2, but then you get a much lower trajectory, so you don't get the same height. So here you utilize both jump K floating and Tatami flipping them to get this nice trajectory. And a knockdown. I think this is even more important versus heavies, like this. That's a different ender, I'm gonna talk about that in a moment. But point is, learn this. And then I have one more convert. This is going to be Tatami FRC into high air dash jump heavy Tatami. Again, just showing you a couple of different starters. And again, this is where you will end up for the most part. So, get your counter poke, and then you do high air dash Tatami pylons. No, high air dash jump heavy Tatami. Counter poke. High jump heavy, Tatami, and then whatever routes fits your specific positioning. Cool. Quick and dirty, okay. Enders, yes. let's have a look at the enders. Let us have a look at the enders in more detail. Boom. So I'm just gonna use the same videos as before to talk about the enders. So this Baiken cornered opponent towards mid-screen. Not super good, so you don't want, preferably you don't want to end up here, but you often do because it's such an ad-lib heavy game. No details about Okiseme, but you can instant airdash over your opponent and do Tatami. You can do Mawari Komi from Susuran, and some other things, but those are the main ones, really. What is probably your basic I want to get here route is this one, where you get 6p into the corner. So like this, for instance. This is, I mean, you have the opponent cornered at least, but you don't have time to do forward jump Tatami, or you're too close to them to get a good dash jump meaty, so you only get a forward jump meaty, which is really easy to push block. So it's not optimal, to say the least. And this is why I think this ender is the best one. To get this 6 heavy jump D1. There's not enough time, at least for this, for any at least, to get the jump before the Tatami hits, and the 2k is meaty, or not meaty, but there's no gap between Tatami and 2k, so you can go for TK Yosansen or things like that after here, or low, or dash up throw, whatever. And then finally, if you want to go for even more damage, you can do this type of route, where you end with Susuran Baku. You do the unblockable follow-up, and then you just do a meaty for some extra damage. And a lot of stun because there's so much heavy slashes involved. I guess I can do this and explain it a bit. This part I didn't talk about. 6 heavy Tatami FRC, up jump, jump heavy, Tatami. And here versus some characters you can do 6 heavy jump dust, but here the point is to show Baku. Unblockable follow-up, meaty unblockable, standard route with dash, microdash. And there we go, you get some even more juicy damage. Cool, cool. That's about it, I think. I didn't want to be too ambitious with this one, I just wanted to get it out and just talk about the game rather than making a lot of production behind it. I hope you guys and gals enjoy the video. Peace out. Just ask me questions on Twitter if you want to know anything, really. Excitement for GGPO, Accent Core Plus R, and Accent Core Vanilla. Thank you, fan project people that got hired by Arc System Masterworks, God people, to make this happen on Steam. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, anyways, goodbye.